How are you, pal?
Dude, oh man, I'm doing good, dude. How are you doing, man?
Doing wonderful. Good to see you, man.
I'm excited to talk to you, man. I always love talking to artists that are new to me. You're
Yeah, yeah.
definitely one of those artists, man. I love finding new
Come on.
music. And that's one thing I love about Winter Jam is there's always artists and bands that you get to discover for the first time. And you're one of those artists on Winter Jam next year, but there's so
Yeah,
much going on with you before Winter Jam.
yeah,
Um,
man. Super stoked,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. You're going to be in my neck of the woods next week out in Pella, Iowa. I'm
That's
in
right.
I'm in Indianapolis now, but I went to college about 20, 30 minutes down the road from Pella
No
in
way.
in Oskaloosa, Iowa. So I'm excited you're going to Pella, man.
Come on, man. We're stoked. It's gonna be a fun little riders round weekend, hopping around with Patrick Mayberry and Emerson Day. So I'm super stoked to go hang.
That's awesome. Then you got the Christmas tour going out with
Yes.
Katie and New Song, man. Right in the heart of Christmas season in December. How
Yeah.
pumped are you for that Christmas tour, dude?
You know what? I actually don't do Christmas tours ever. Like I think this is the first tour I ever went on was a Christmas tour about 9 years ago. So I typically take off December. But when this one came through and they're like, "Hey, you guys want to come out with Katie and with a new song?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, absolutely!" So, dude, I'm so stoked. It'll be fun. We're getting to pull off some songs we don't get to usually do, and just see what happens. It'll be fun.
Those small tour runs are always a lot of fun too, because sometimes you get to do like some more special things that you wouldn't
Yeah,
normally do on like a longer run. And then getting to really know the dudes from New Song before you spend 3 months on the road with them,
right.
you
Yeah.
know. Dude, Winter Jam, man, it kicks off right after the new year in January. You're going all over the place, man. Tell me about the excitement you have to go on this tour, because from what Russ told me the other day from New Song is you filled in on a couple dates a couple of years ago with Winter Jam, but this is
Yes.
your first full Winter Jam run, right?
Yes, absolutely. So I my introduction to Winter Jam. So I was a youth pastor when I first started doing ministry.
Okay.
So right out of high school, 18 years old, became a youth pastor at a little church, did youth ministry for 9 years. And I brought my students to Winter Jam. So it's full circle kind of a situation for me.
Nice.
And it was going to like places like Winter Jam where I felt led to start like, I wanted there to be music in our youth group and stuff. And so I bought a guitar hoping that one of the kids may learn, like be inspired by Winter Jam or something and come back and start playing a few songs. They didn't. And so I was like, I guess I should learn some music. So I just literally started playing chords to lead worship for our kids on Wednesday night. And that was, golly, I stepped out, started doing music about 13 years ago this January. And so, yeah, so it's a full circle thing for me. Back in 20, I guess it was 2021, after the pandemic, they were trying to like test out Winter Jam again, like going like, hey, we're still going to do it. So they had a small run of shows, it's 8 shows, 2 weekends. I took one weekend, Colton Dixon took the other weekend, and then We the Kingdom was there, and KB was there, and it was a Crowder was there. It was a great lineup. But yeah, I did 4 shows, so I kind of got like a little like an appetizer version of a Winter Jam to kind of see what it was like. But I mean, it's the 25th anniversary. Like this is a huge legacy event, so to get to be a part of it is an absolute dream come true. So couldn't be more stoked about it.
Sounds like it's really full circle for you too, because Winter Jam was one of the reasons that you started, playing, and then Colton
Yeah,
did with that run. So, and Colton's on this tour. I mean, dude,
yeah,
this holy crap, this lineup
it's
is.
wild.
Dude, what are you excited for the most on this tour? Because with Winter Jam, that you're going to do a lot of production stuff and have a bigger production than you
Yeah.
normally have. What are some of the stuff you're the most excited about for this tour?
Yeah, I'm excited about the challenge of a 17-minute set. Like it's weird because like for me, I've had 10 songs go to Christian radio and so
Yeah.
there's a lot of songs that people may be expecting for me to play, but I've got to try and shove as much as I can into 17 minutes. And so there's a lot of it going like, okay,
Yeah.
how can we really explore as much space and also like share the gospel well in
Yes.
that whole thing. I don't want to turn it into lights, camera, and action over the reason why we're actually out there, which is to lift up Jesus so he can draw men to himself. And so
Right.
my number one priority is that, but also trying to make sure that we add to a night that I know between Colton Dixon and Ann Wilson and KB and Skillet. And I mean, it's a crazy lineup. So for me, one thing that I get to go to 35 Winter Jam shows. Like I don't even, and I have to buy a ticket and they're going to give me a ride. What an absolute deal for me to get to go and be a part of this. So yeah, I mean, I like I said, there I'm a fan of everybody there, and everyone's going to bring something so special. So getting to stand side stage and watch, my buddies up there doing their thing, I could not be more stoked about it. And like I said, getting to be a part of the legacy of Winter Jam, what new songs been putting into it for so long.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And now I'm so jealous that you get to see Skillet and KB every night, 35 nights
Yeah.
for free with free transportation. And like, I am so jealous of you right now.
I mean, there's some VIP tickets out there, but nothing like what I'm getting. I get to go have dinner with KB before he goes and performs. And so, no, man, when we did that weekend with Winter Jam, KB and I shared a bus and could not be a more, like just a more
Yeah.
theologically sound, amazing, incredible guy. And so, like I said, getting to hang with him and Colton and Ian and all this crew, it's probably going to be too much fun. It's the one thing I'm worried about is that it's going to actually be too much fun and I'll never be able to get over it. But
It's
we'll take
look,
the risk.
it's a tough job, man, but somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got
Like
to do it.
somebody
That's
has
it.
to. Like, and you're the man for the job, man.
Let's do
Um,
it.
but that's one thing I love about Winter Jam is 24, 25 years in, the ministry side of it is still just as important as it
Oh
was
yeah.
at the beginning. That hasn't gone away at all. But like you said, you got a 17-minute set. You got to find a way to also share the gospel and evangelize during that 17 minutes.
Yeah.
How tough is that going to be? But also how important, how cool is it for you as an artist on the tour that the ministry side of it is just important as the business side of
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I mean, it really is one of those things. And I talk to a lot of young new artists all the time because I have a heart for people who are stepping into this thing because it's hard. It is a hard thing to do because it's exciting to go play 35 Winter Jam shows, but that means that I'm going to be out of my house 5 days a week for nearly 3 months. Like there's a big
Yeah.
sacrifice for our family. I've got my wife and I've got two kids. I got one son who's in college right now at Liberty University, and I got two kids who are a junior in high school and a fifth grader. So we're
Oh,
every time that I'm somewhere, I'm missing things back home. So for me, it goes back to
yeah.
what kind of dad and husband do I want to be? Because can I tell you what I can't be? I cannot go out there and call my wife after the show and be like, "Hey, I'm so sorry that I missed the recital. I'm so sorry I missed the basketball game. I'm so sorry I couldn't help with dinner. I'm so sorry I wasn't around the house. But you should have heard how loud they clapped for me when I got through singing songs." Or you're not gonna
Yeah.
believe how many T-shirts I sold. Like that's not the
That
kind of
doesn't,
husband or
nope,
dad
doesn't work
that I
that
want to
way.
be.
Nope.
But if
Yeah.
I can call home, my challenge now is I'm gonna call home and I'm gonna be just as sorry for missing those things. But hey, let me tell you what Jesus did tonight. Let me tell you how we were able to lift up the gospel. Let me tell you what God did with the 17 minutes that we have to go out there and to make him known. The challenge for me is, and it's a wonderful challenge to have, is that we have had a whole lot of songs that have been on Christian radio that people are wanting to hear. And just, I've crunched the numbers. There's no way for me to play all these songs in 17 minutes. So it's trying to figure out how to walk the tightrope of how do we show people songs that they may be expecting to hear from me, but also I got a new song that's coming out the first of the year that's going to Christian radio that we're trying to show people too. And so there's some pressure going into it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if the pressure of my job is trying to figure out how to share the gospel of Jesus, I'll take that every day of the week. And so for us, it's like just trying to figure out how we can not just race through these moments, but also give some space for the Holy Spirit to do something that night. Like and they're going to have so many opportunities between Ann and KB and Colton, the new song and this whole crew to hear so many different perspectives on how to love Jesus more and how to hear the gospel. So, we're going in there trying to do our part. If it's a Thanksgiving table, we're trying to be the green beans here. We're trying to go in and just serve people and be something they can put on their plate and make part of the night just something really special.
I'm so excited, man. You guys are going to be here in Indianapolis and Fort Wayne, Indiana, back-to-back nights. I'm coming, even though I live in Indianapolis, I'm going to Fort Wayne, driving the extra 2 hours because the Indianapolis date, February 7th, is on my daughter's birthday, and I've been told I do not want to go to a concert on my daughter's birthday. I've been told I want
Smart
to.
guy.
Yes,
That's the correct decision you made. Now the problem is I that's my 21st wedding anniversary is on February the 7th. So I'm gonna have to send some flowers and FaceTime, do my set, FaceTime again. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to figure out some sort of way to fly her in or something. But at the same time,
Yes,
I just know that apparently February the 7th is a really
it's
hopping day of the year. Who
it's
knew that
crazy.
this is it's such a
It's
wild
crazy.
day?
Man,
That's
that's what
amazing.
people don't realize. I've got three kids. I have 3-year-old twins and a
Oh
daughter
wow.
about to turn 13. So
Yeah.
people don't realize, fans, that in this industry, doing one concert alone, you're leaving your family and your kids, let alone
Yeah.
a 35-day tour. Man, thank you for doing what you do
Oh, come
and
on.
for going on the road, for doing this tour and continuing to play music and bring this music and this message out. Man, like you've got a really, really great message. Your music is absolutely awesome. I love everything I've heard. I can't
Come
wait to hear
on.
it live, man. I cannot wait to hear it. I'll be there in Fort Wayne
Let's
on
go.
February 6th. I
Come
cannot wait.
on. It's gonna be
I'm
great,
ready.
man. Cannot wait.
I'm
It's gonna
ready,
be it's
man.
gonna be an amazing night.
We'll
Can't
see you.
wait.
We'll see you in a couple months. Stay safe on the Christmas tour, dude, and we'll
Yes,
see
sir.
you.
Sounds great. Thanks, pal.